My name is Danielle Kam, Sergeant Kam. I am a former military police officer. I was charged to uphold the laws and protect the public, just like you all. It's very important. On duty, I carried a Beretta M9, just what this is, in front of you. I've responded to several active shooters. It's not fun. You guys went through active shooter training. You know what it's like. I was taught to lower the crime rate and not fringe on public's inherent right to defend themselves. So, off duty, what do we carry? We don't carry anything, right? So it leaves us vulnerable. It keeps us from protecting our family and anyone around us. I believe that civilians in the United States should carry a firearm for these reasons. What do you think? Yes? To lower the number of people killed in active shooter situations, to lower the crime rate, and to ensure their right to self-preservation and infringed. In order to lower the amount of people killed or injured during an active shooter situation, the public must have capabilities to defend themselves. The most recent active shooter incident this country has seen was Fort Hood, Texas, 2 April 2014. 3 people died, 16 were injured before the MPs even showed up. After the MPs showed up, the shooter turned his gun on himself, killed himself. Peter Blair, PhD, and Hunter Mindrell, PhD, conducted a study of 84 active shooter incidents from 2001 and 2010. This is what they found. 10% of cases, the shooter stops and walks away. 20% of cases, the shooter goes mobile, moving to another location. 43% of the time, the crime is over before the police even arrive on scene. 50% of the shootings, an officer arrived while it's still active. Attacks end before police arrive 49% of the time. And 50% of the attacks on going police had to use force to stop the killing. Therefore, we killed them. How do we lower crime rates? Allow the public to carry firearms? Statistics pulled from HawaiiCCW.com. In Texas, murder rates dropped 50% faster than the national average in the year that the concealed carry law was passed. States do not allow concealed carry have violated crimes 11% higher than the national average. A $10 million study commissioned by President Obama, conducted by the CDC, found firearms used for self-defense is an important crime. It lowers the injuries of victims who use firearms compared to victims without firearms. We have talked about active shooters, crime rates. Now let's discuss the Second Amendment. Not only do we have the right of life, liberty, and happiness, we also have the right of self-preservation. The U.S. Constitution, the Second Amendment, well regulates militia, being necessary to the security of free state. The right of people to keep to bear arms shall not be infringed. Our founding fathers believed in citizens of this country to keep and bear arms. George Washington once said, "A free people ought to be armed." In conclusion, already we have struck by active shooter situations, with the most recent at Fort Hood, Texas. There is data collected by the government that shows people who carry firearms are safer than the ones that don't. 238 years in the past, our forefathers believed it was true that people should be armed against all dangers, both foreign and domestic. So, in conclusion, what do you guys think? What's your opinion on being able to carry a weapon on and off duty? What do you guys think?
I think everyone should carry. I think it greatens the odds. If one person draws a weapon and then you have 15 of us who already have weapons, you're going to lose.
See, as MPs, we're not able to check every vehicle that comes on the installation. You don't know who has a weapon. They can hide it anywhere. So, I mean, we have the MPs that are on duty that have their firearms, that have ammunition, But you guys, you can carry your 9mm in training, but you have ammo. I can tell you right now in Force Com, when I was patrol supervisor, the only person that carries an M4 in their vehicle is a patrol supervisor. No one else does. So it leaves one MP on duty that's, capable of taking those long-range shots if we need to. You know you can't make a long-range shot with a 9mm. You can't. So I personally think, and I hope I persuaded you guys, that it's very important for you guys to have concealed weapon permits, on or off duty, especially to protect your families. In Texas, who do you like from Texas? You step foot on anybody's property, you shoot them on the spot. Trespassing. And Texas is one of those states, we know it's the largest state, that they have the lowest crime rate. Because of that. People don't want to go to Texas to mess with people because they know they can take their firearm right out of their house. Who's got guns at home? Who's got a reloading kit? Make your own ammo. Something you might want to think about. Before you guys came in the military, if you went out hunting, how hard was it to find ammunition?
Nowadays,
It's hard. So if you guys buy your own reloading kit, you can make your own ammunition. You never have to worry about, running out. Alright, so that concludes my speech, guys.